What is up? Bom dia. Man, I hit a year. That is insane. Like, I'm on the countdown now. Like, I have less than a year to go. That's, woo! It's definitely felt like a year. It hasn't been like that. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been a year. Or, oh my gosh. I mean, I feel, they always say the second year, it's probably like that. But it's definitely felt like a year, the first one. Just a lot, right? Like, starting off your first 6 months and then I had like 3 months and I was waiting to come to Brazil, and then with the language, so my years kind of had a lot of times where it could feel really slow. And so, but honestly, like, it is just crazy that I do only have a year. Like, I'm counting down now, like 10 months, 6 months left. I'm going to be at where it's like, oh, I have 18 months left. Oh, you only got 6 months left, Whereas when I was, in winter, my first area, it was, oh man, you're just starting, bud. Like, man, enjoy it, But yeah, I'm super stoked. I have an entire year in Brazil, which is amazing, which I mentioned, like 14 months. I'm 2 months in. Of course, Portuguese is interesting. Speaking about Portuguese, we actually had a transfer, like right now we'll be transferring today. And my companion, he's going to be leaving for another area. And I am staying in Ohio. As well, there's more. If some of you remember Leonardo, I trained him. So that basically means that, they're brand new missionary, just out of like the mission training center. And they start their mission with you. Well, that's happening with me, with a Brazilian. Only got 2 months, don't have Portuguese down. So this will be a very interesting 6 weeks, maybe more. Don't know. Might be the whole 3 months with him here in Ohio. Might be only 6 weeks. I have no idea. But because yeah, you have 3 months where you're trained. So yeah, it's kind of mind-boggling that I'm in this situation. Definitely the Lord is throwing me into the water and telling me to swim with giving me very few lessons. Just because of Portuguese. Literally, like, it's like I could do it if, because I did it right off the bat with Leonardo, and honestly it was an amazing experience. I love doing it. And I love Leonardo to death, and he's doing really well in Utah. But it's one of those things. It's like, dang, I'm gonna have to lead the lessons. I'm gonna have to lead the contacts. I'm gonna have to figure out how he's doing with the lessons and the contacts, and just doing emotionally. When you first come out, it's very normal to be like, homesick and all of that. And I'm gonna have to help him out with that. Some Brazilians do know English, but the reality is he probably won't as well. Just it's just like, I'm going to go to a contact or go to a lesson, and eventually they're going to say something that I'm not going to understand. And so, yeah. So I'm pumped. I'm overwhelmed. I'm kind of everything. But what I do know is that it's going to push me to like a whole nother limit. As well, I'm going to learn tons of Portuguese. So I'm excited about that. And what's really cool is I've honestly been super fortunate to be here. At this time, because of COVID and with everything that's happening, and as also with a lot of visas. There's people that were started MTC with me, going to my same mission, going to my same mission, and they're still not here. Like, they had their year mark in the States. They only have, for the one that's coming, that was in my same group with me. She doesn't have her visa. She only has 6 months left, because sisters only go for 18 months. And so, I definitely know that, then there's also when I came 2 months ago, right? there was a sister that she just finished training, like the training center, training CTM. So, and then she just came out, right? So you have people that have been waiting for a year, and then you have her where she started only a month and a half ago, and then boom, she came out. And to me, that's not like, oh, the church is being unfair or whatever it may be. No, like that's visas. That's, a lot of things that are coming into it. And it's the Lord saying, okay, I need you here. Okay, I need you here. I need you to stay here. You might go, whatever it may be. We're not called to be missionaries for Brazil. We're not called to be missionaries for, England. We're called to be missionaries. Like when I read that letter, it was, you are called to be a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You're a missionary for the Lord, right? You go where you're assigned, but you're called to be a missionary. And so that's something that's just been kind of cool that I have seen. And as far as just with, even the mission, I've learned so much. Like, I've grown such a testimony of Jesus Christ. Like, of course we all start with faith, and it's just, and sometimes, there's blind faith, and there's, faith, but also like, it's one of those things, it's worked for so many other people, right? Like, even if you're just starting out and you're just like, I don't have really any experiences with that I can say that I've seen, what people say where it's actually happened. Well, okay, have faith and work to maybe have an experience, right? Like if something is like going on, or you're asking a question, or you're debating something, have faith, because the reality is that if he is there, right? If he is there, let's say if he is there, which, I mean, to me, of course, like, it's not like, I can't have any doubt. Like that's, I'm still going to have doubt always. But off of the things that I've learned, and like reading the scriptures, and seeing how this impacts people, and how Jesus Christ, like, I mean, there's so many things that, like, it's almost like I would feel ridiculous saying that he's not there. Like he just is. Like, and it's one of those things, if you're even doubting that he's there, what if he is? Wouldn't you want to know? So give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Like, have that blind faith, right? And go for it. And continue to persevere through everything, right? Because I promise you, he will eventually, but it comes from you working hard, you trying to, and having faith in the possibility that he's there, right? Faith is not to know if something is there, right? Like, you can't see. If you see it, it's no longer faith. It's a fact. It's there. It's like 100%. I have seen it. Faith is no longer existent. I can't have faith on this, right? Faith is something that you hope for, right? But are true. Like, you feel that they are true. You feel that they are good. And that's why, like, in the scriptures, it says, if it is good, it is of God, right? And so, I just wanted to share with you guys that even if you are doubting or having doubts that he's there, or like, I haven't had any experiences, I haven't this, I haven't that, but you don't want to put in that faith that, like, it has to start with faith, because otherwise, if we don't start with faith, how can we learn the number one principle in the gospel? Because that it's the number one principle. Faith brings miracles, right? And with faith, you can move mountains. I promise you that. I feel the scriptures are true, and that, they are of real events, and the Lord did talk and communicate with these people. And, if it's things that have happened in the scriptures have happened, they can happen today, 100%. The Lord is not changing. He's not, yesterday we can bring miracles, but today we can't. No, this is ridiculous. The Lord is the same yesterday, today, and forever, right? Like, always will he bring miracles if you have faith. And I promise you that. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I know some are going back to school. I know some are going back to college. I hope the best. Continue to work hard. And yeah, peace. Ciao.